Hi, my name is Regine Tellen, and the topic that I chose for my synthesis paper is technology, and the topic will be 5G technology in the Philippines. Now, first, let us identify what is 5G and it's just a brief history of this technology. All right. On December 1st, 2018, South Korea became the first country to offer the 5G. 5G is not a number specifically, that is the fifth generation mobile wireless standard. And it's fair to say that the mobile industry has made breathtaking advances since the first mobile phone call was made way back 1973. Mobile devices have reshaped our world in ways that we never could have predicted. Most countries plan to start adopting 5G in 2021, and that includes the Philippines. And this is set to help drive the Internet of Things, or what we call IoT, and big data. Every successive generation of wireless standards, abbreviated to G, have been introduced dizzying advances in data carrying capacity and decreases in latency. And 5G will be no exception. Although formal 5G standards are yet to be set, 5G is expected to be at least three times faster than current 4G standards. All right. Now, we will fully check what is the meaning of 5G, the Internet of Things era. During an interview with Tech Republic, Kevin Ashton described how he coined the term the Internet of Things, or IoT for short, during a PowerPoint presentation he gave in way back 1990s to convince Procter and Gamble to start using RFID tag technology. The phrase caught on, and IoT was soon touted as the next big digital revolution that will see billions of connected devices seamlessly share data across the globe. According to Ashton as well, a mobile phone isn't a phone, it's the IoT in your pocket, which is included our phones. Nowadays, a number of network connected sensors that help you accomplish everything from navigation to photography to communication and more. The IoT will see data move out of server centers and into what are known as edge devices, such as Wi Fi enabled appliances like refrigerators, washing machines, and cars. By the early 2000s, developers knew that 3G and even 4G networks wouldn't be able to support such a network, as 4G's latency of between 40 ms and 60 ms is too slow for real-time responses, especially in the Philippines. A number of researchers started developing the next generation of mobile networks. In 2008, NASA helped launch the Machine to Machine Intelligence M2MI Corp to develop IoT and M2M technology, as well as the 5G technology needed to support. In the next year, South Korea developed a 5G R&D program, while New York University founded the 5G focused NYU Wireless in 2012. Is the Philippines ready for 5G technology? That will be our question for this topic. Mobile internet connectivity is perpetually relevant connect and concern in the Philippines. In a country that as of 2016 had an estimated 26.2 million smartphone users, and I'm one of them, Almost a third of country's population, this is hardly surprising. Mobile connectivity is major concern in the Philippines, especially with the number of subscribers with the ability to receive text messages rising to 110 million. The Philippines have been called text capital of the world due to the large volume of short messaging system SMS in the country. Even the Philippine Congress has enacted some policies attempting to regulate business and private entities in their use of mobile related services. Regulators from all around the world are also busy auctioning the technology to telecom companies. Meanwhile, the Philippines, together with Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand, are currently investing in a large scale digital transformation with 5G technology at the helm. All right. And in regards with this, the two of the major telecom players in the country has or have already been preparing to roll out 5G services. And according to Yuga Tech article, a PH-based tech blog, here's what you can expect from the successful deployment of 5 technology in the Philippines. First, faster and easier to deploy. And there will be no more digging and laying out of fiber cables, as well as problems with the right way for the cables in the Philippines. And this is unlike the usual fiber optics connections that we have here, that it will be connected on your line, or possible can be connected on your line with Meralco or electric provider. And the next one is fixed wireless with nomadic characteristics. And it's still a possible option to bring around the device wherever you go, like your phones that have Wi-Fi capabilities. And however, there's a risk that signal speed and reception may vary in certain locations once you do this. And in regards with this, while it's still the best option to have 5G modem at the time, every time you go somewhere or away from your home in a fixed location for a guaranteed level of data performance. And the third is prepaid option. Telecom providers in the Philippines are expected to make 5G services available in prepaid packages. Consumers can buy a prepaid kit and test out the 5G signal speed and performance in their area without committing to a long term service agreement. And in the Philippines, it's most commonly to have 24 agreement for having 5G lines, especially for Smart, Globe, and the new one is Converge and Dito service. And in regards with this, for 5G, it became more compact and more compatible for the consumers to use this anytime and anywhere. Now let's check for the and in regards with this, in a recent article, Corning Optical Communications Market Manager Paul Ning explained that 5G will require a denser network of cell towers for handling the resulting mobile traffic. That is will be the challenges that 5G have in the Philippines. He stated that currently Mobile networks rely largely on macrocells to handle all connections within a specific geographic area, especially Philippines have a large area that is being covered and needed to be reached for 5G technology. Increasingly, network operators are deploying low-powered small cells to areas already covered by macro cells that was mentioned earlier to help increase capacity in the locations that see high user demand while avoiding the expense of procuring larger cell sites. While 5G networks will likely standardize this heterogeneous network setup, they will also require an advanced fiber support infrastructure. That will be the challenge that they have in the Philippines will be the towers that able to handle 5G capabilities to provide the faster service that they will be provided with with the consumers. Now, that is the other challenges in the Philippines for the 5G technology. Now, however, only 35% of the MIT survey respondents believe that the current infrastructures in their countries will suffice. Meanwhile, 82% said that the cost of upgrading infrastructure is the biggest obstacle in full 5G adoption in the Philippines. In the cost of infrastructure deployment is generally high and relevant policies barely exist. Furthermore, users will need to replace their smartphones with 5G compatible devices. Unfortunately, my phone currently right now is not 5G compatible. That will be needing to upgrade to a 5G smartphone first, in order for you to enjoy the new technology's benefit. There are also the risk of overcrowding the frequency range when 5G pops up in the wireless spectrum. Only one thing is for certain, the successful adoption of 5G in Philippines will require massive work. Will a year be enough? That remains to be unseen. Make It Happen in the Philippines one-stop shop solution for 5G and millimeter wave manufacturing. Right. For this, actually, this is a service or a program of our government for the 5G process. And the dawn of 5G technology is changing the consumer electronics landscape. And the Philippines continues to enable global companies that take advantage of the big leap in speed for wireless devices. The Make It Happen in the Philippines Electronics Manufacturing Services webinar Series Part 3 is featured automated technology field incorporation, yeah, automated technology field incorporation, which has over 25 years of proven track record in offering premium outsourced electronic manufacturing services to global companies. Its semiconductor division includes its pioneering the captive line. This captive line is a concept that provides the consumers a superior cost effective alternative to outsource activities and services for assembly and final tests. Its newest division, which is the ATEC ATEC connectivity specialized in RF, microwave and millimeter wave manufacturing solutions for existing and emerging products of OEMs or ODMs modems that cover DC to 9GSZ spectrum. Wow, that is a very fast service that can provide, if possible, to the Filipinos. And Mr. Domingo Bonifacio, he is the Executive Vice President and General Manager for ATEC, ATEC Connectivity, is a licensed electronics and communications engineer for the University of Santo Tomas, Manila, and continued his education in microwave engineering at the University of California. He's and he started his career in Silicon Valley with leadership roles in lithium industry. And his partner will be Lithium Industries, Gold Incorporation, Dexcel Incorporation. And he founded that services or divisions that is also under ATEC Fields. He has a vast experience in managing and leading high technology manufacturing firms with the semiconductor and electronics industry. Attic Connectivity, the one that he established, has been providing cost effective, high quality manufacturing solutions for complex products of companies. Global companies in the broadband wireless, satellite communications, telecommunications, aerospace, especially for NASA, and defense sectors, including applications for agriculture, medical, health, industries, and commercial system, and in particular equipment used in 5G infrastructure. And connectivity definitely help this in the Philippines together with our DI, our Department for Technology, Science and Technology Developments. And then these are the references that I use for this synthesis paper. And in regards with this, you will see they are mostly through internet and using a 5G fiber. All right. And in regards with this, that does it. That will be the end of my presentation. And thank you for listening.